All right, let's get into it. Every once in a while, a celebrity does something so strange, so out of left field, that it just sends the internet into a complete frenzy. And today, we are diving deep into one of those moments. Kim Kardashian's viral brain scan and the absolutely wild conspiracy theories that came with it.
And this is the real head-scratcher, isn't it? I mean, we're talking about someone who has built an empire on meticulous image control. So why on earth would she broadcast a brain scan that seems to show, well, a weakness? On the surface, it looks like a moment of pure vulnerability. But online, people are absolutely convinced it's just the first move in a much, much bigger game. Okay, so first things first. Before we get into all the crazy theories, we need to go back to the exact moment on her show that made the internet collectively lose its mind.
So picture this. Kim is sitting with a doctor, and he pulls up her brain scan, and what he points to is honestly pretty shocking. He talks about what look like holes on the scan, explaining that this means there's low activity. The doctor even suggests it could be from all the chronic stress of her studying for the bar exam, like 10 hours a day.
And here is the kicker. Kim's reaction. She's not just shocked or upset. She immediately frames this as a problem that needs a plan, a solution. This one sentence is so crucial because it perfectly sets up a narrative. I have a problem, and now I need to find a fix for it.
So this brings us to the first and, let's be honest, the most sci-fi theory that just completely took over the internet. Could this whole thing be an incredibly elaborate setup for a deal with Elon Musk? This tweet from Tyler Oakley pretty much sums up the thought that went viral almost instantly. The idea here is that this wasn't some random medical scene in a reality show. No. This was the carefully planned first chapter in a story designed to sell us something futuristic.
So, the internet theorists basically mapped out this whole four-step master plan. Step 1. Create the problem in a very public way. My brain has low activity, I'm struggling. Step 2. Introduce the miracle solution, a Neuralink chip. Step 3. Prove it works by suddenly passing the notoriously difficult bar exam. And the final step? Step 4. Become the ultimate influencer for this invasive technology, making brain chips seem normal, maybe even cool.
Now, for anyone who's not up to speed, Neuralink isn't just some new app or gadget. It's a brain-computer interface. We're talking about surgically implanting tiny threads into your brain to connect it directly to a computer. Now, the main goal is to help people with paralysis and other neurological conditions, but it also opens the door to what people are calling human enhancement.
So you might be asking, why would anyone link Kim to something so extreme? Well, people online started connecting the dots. She's not just a Tesla owner, she's a super promoter. We've all seen the Cybertruck pics, the selfies with a Tesla robot. And here's the thing. When a lot of other celebrities were backing away from Musk during controversy, she seemed to double down on her support. Okay, but what if a brain chip is a little too sci-fi for you? Don't worry, there's a second theory, and this one feels, well, a lot more familiar. This is the classic supplement playbook.
This theory suggests a much more traditional marketing plan. The playbook is super simple. First, you identify a common problem, like brain fog or trouble focusing, and then you launch a product that promises to solve it. It's straight out of the modern influencer to entrepreneur manual, and some online rumors even claim she already has brain supplements ready to launch.
So let's just put these two theories side by side for a second. On one hand, you have the Neuralink plot. It's high risk, high reward, a narrative about a huge scientific breakthrough. And on the other hand, you have the safe, proven, and profitable supplement play. A simple story about wellness and self-improvement. The crazy part? Both of these wildly different theories launch from the exact same starting point, Kim's low-activity brain scan.
But here's the thing. Whichever theory you believe, or even if you think both are ridiculous, they both point to something much bigger and honestly way more fascinating about how celebrity and marketing work today.
In this comment I saw online, it absolutely nails it. The argument here is that Kim Kardashian's greatest weapon isn't her fame or her money, it's the fact that the public has consistently underestimated her. By leaning into that perception that she's dumb, she creates this space where her biggest strategic moves are either totally missed or just dismissed, which gives her complete control of the story.
So why should any of us care about a celebrity's brain scan? Because this is a perfect case study in 21st century marketing. It shows us how what looks like vulnerability can actually be a power move. It shows us how creating a problem is always the first step to selling a solution. And it shows how one person can control a storyline to steer a massive public conversation. Whether it's about supplements or brain chips, it is all about narrative control.
And all of this leaves us with one final and kind of unsettling question. We are all so used to seeing curated bodies, curated homes, curated lives all over social media. But as technology and marketing continue to merge, are we heading toward a future where the mind itself is just the next product to be optimized, branded, and sold? Something to think about.